I'm gonna show you my everyday makeup routine today using Savvy Minerals makeup from Young Living. I absolutely love this makeup, you guys. I am not a huge makeup wearer. I definitely don't get too glammed up very often, but I do like a natural coverage for everyday wear, and I swear that this gives it to me. It is amazing. I never thought that I would like mineral makeup. My mom used Bare Minerals in the past, but when Young Living came out with this, I was like, okay, I have to give it a try because my overall goal is toxin-free living, getting rid of toxins in my life in as many places as I can. And one of the places that so many toxins live is in our cosmetics. I mean, it's so scary, you guys. Just go look it up. Just Google it is all you have to do. And it's pretty scary how much is getting soaked into our skin and into our bloodstream from our cosmetics. So this was sort of a next step for me in my toxin-free life, and I'm absolutely loving it so far. So I wanted to show you guys what I use and how I use it. So if you like this video, this is actually my very first ever YouTube tutorial. So if you like it, then like it and subscribe to my channel, and let me know if there's any other tutorials that you're interested in seeing. Okay, so here I am, fresh face, no makeup whatsoever. The first thing that I'm going to use is the Savvy Minerals foundation, and I'm using Warm number 2. I'm going to use this brush, and I'm just going to get it out of the lid like this, and I'm going to apply just all over my face. Try to put a little bit more under my eyes and around like my nose area. So I've got a pretty good just evening out coverage. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply bronzer. So I don't wear blush. It's just not my thing. I am using the Savvy Minerals Summer Loved bronzer, and I'm going to use this brush. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of apply to where the sun would naturally touch my face. So I'm going to do my cheeks, and I just kind of like dab it on so that it doesn't go on real heavy, and then I'll smooth it out later. And on my nose. And then the sun is going to touch the top of your head, So I'm going to put some around the edge of my hairline. And then I'm going to just kind of go back and blend it really well. Just kind of put it right here on either side. Now remember, you guys, I am not a makeup artist. I know nothing about how you actually should do makeup. I've watched some YouTube videos over the years, but this is just what I do every day for sort of a natural look. So I've got 2 eyeshadows here. I have a darker shade, which is called Determined. It's like a dark brown. And then I also have a lighter shade, which is called Best Kept Secret. And so what I'm gonna start with the light shade and just sort of cover my entire eye. And I'm just gonna cover the whole eyelid. So you can tell a big difference just in the, I'm basically just evening out the tone. So I'm gonna do the other eye now. And I have a lot of space between my lash line and my brow. Like I have a huge area to cover. Different people's eyes are so different that I know it's hard to kind of go off of someone else's tutorial, but maybe you have eyes like me. Okay. So I've covered that. There we go. All right. So, oh my God, I have this hair that's like, okay. So there's the light shade. So now we're gonna do some dark brown. So my eyelids tend to hood. So it's kind of hard to tell when I'm looking at the camera, but when I'm looking up, you can see that the top of my lid sort of folds over. So I sort of have to create a crease myself. So, got a different brush this time for my dark shadow. I'm just gonna go on the outside first, the outside corner. And I'm kind of just going with my crease where my crease is. And a little bit above it. So I'm gonna really just darken the crease and the outer corner. There we go. Okay, now I'm gonna do the other side. And depending on what I'm going for, if it's a night out, then I might, go super dark. But for just everyday wear, like what I'm doing today, this is dark enough. All right, just kind of blend that. All right, so there's that. Super easy. So now what I'm going to do is, usually what I do is I just take my finger and kind of blend the edge of the dark brown so that it's not so that you can't see such a stark edge. Just kind of blend that. Perfect. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a little bit of the light shade again onto this front half of my lid. So I'm just going to add some of the light color again just to kind of brighten up this front part. My eyes tend to get really dark right in here. So I try to kind of lighten that area and brighten it to make me look more awake. And I'll even put some on the bottom there. My girlfriend taught me that trick when we were working at the hospital long hours. She was like, girl, you got to put some, bright shadow like right here in the corner, and that'll, help people not realize you didn't get any sleep. So, you know who you are if you're watching this. So that's pretty much all I do for shadow. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on some eyeliner, and then we'll do brows last. So this is my favorite thing from Savvy Minerals that I've gotten so far. It's called Multitasker, and it's exactly what it says. You can use it for lots of different things. It's really dark, but it's like just a really, really dark brown. It's not black. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use a brush that is, oh look, I'm going to do what people do on YouTube and show you the angle of the brush. And so I'm going to get some of the Multitasker on that brush, and I'm going to line my bottom lash line. Okay, this is going to be really hard to do on my phone because I've never done it like this before. But, okay, I can't. I'm going to have to use the mirror, so I'm going to look past you. I'm just gently putting it on the sort of the waterline, okay? Just gently kind of dabbing it on there. So that's that. So I'm also going to do the inner corner. Just very lightly. I think the key is don't worry about it being perfect. It's not going to be perfect. And then when you get your mascara on, it's kind of going to blend all well. All right, so that's all I do on the bottom. And then I usually just take my finger and kind of blend it a little bit. So it looks very natural. I'm gonna do a little bit on the top lid too, not too much. And I always on the edge kind of make it go up a little bit because my eyes tend to kind of go down, and so I want to like lift them just a little. Nothing crazy, no like winged liner or anything like that, but just a little. And I usually just go like about halfway in. I don't go all the way to the front corner. All right, so now I'm going to do the other side. Okay, so that's all I do for liner. Now we're gonna do brows, which can be super tricky. I'm gonna use the same color that I used on my lid. So not the Multitasker, but just the brown eyeshadow that I used on this part. My eyebrows are dark, like my hair, but they're fairly thin. So basically I'm just matching their same color, but just kind of filling them in. I'm just going to go with my natural eyebrow shape. And I like to do motions like this so that it looks like hair, like eyebrow, and not go in any kind of line. I just kind of lightly brush in the shape of my brow. The front is the scariest part because you don't want to overdo it or it will definitely look unnatural, but you definitely want to thicken it up some. So it's kind of a touchy thing. So see the difference? I mean, it basically looks like my natural brow. It's just darker. So the other side, it's always tricky to, we have a tendency to want to make our face match perfectly on both sides, but naturally your face doesn't match perfectly on both sides. So, okay, so now let's do this side. Okay, so that's pretty much it for my makeup. Now I'm just gonna do my mascara and I'll be done. And I almost forgot my Savvy lip gloss. This is the color, hold on, what is it? Embrace, which I don't wear a lot of lip color. I like just sort of a nude look, especially on a day like today where I'm just doing an everyday look. And so I'm just gonna put this lip gloss on. And it has peppermint essential oil in it and it tastes so good and smells good. And that's it. So I'll be right back with my finished look. Okay, there's the finished look for today. This is just my everyday makeup, super natural, and I'm just absolutely loving the feel of Savvy Minerals makeup. You can barely feel it on your face. It's amazing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope that you'll go out and get some Savvy Minerals and start loving it too. Have a great day.